as Simon said, become what you think. So let's find out my view of how this works. I'd like you to just open up your mind. Whatever I say, you can accept, reject. I don't really care. It's your choice. I'm just giving you a different perspective of what I've learned, and you can take it as it is. So think out of the box. Most people are kind of stuck in a... Whoop, you're blocking the... Sorry about that. Most people are stuck in a comfort zone. They're comfortable because they don't want to find out what's on the other side of the curtain or the door. Well, if you're stuck in that position, you're not going to understand what is going on, of course, behind the curtain. Do you want to find out or not? It's your choice. I've chosen to find out what's behind the curtain. Yeah. Is it real or not? I don't know. I just know that I'm satisfied now. I know what it is. Most of it, not all. I don't know everything. Anyhow, we hope we can break through these different zones and get to the growth zone, which will bring us back to a comfort zone again, won't it? Because we're always searching for something new, perhaps. Just remember that our outcomes here tonight are that there's more ways than one to do something. I'm only giving you one idea, perhaps many ideas, I don't know. Maybe you have more options. You should become the greatest human of all, yourself. You need to expand your life, your mind, and your universe. It's all in you. I might be providing the vehicle for you to do that. Maybe, maybe not. You have the right to become anything you want. It's all in your mind. And I'll also give you some ideas of connecting with Source. Whatever the source is, you know, that's speculation. Is it a God? Is it Buddha? Is it yourself? I don't know. There is a source that tells you to do things. Maybe that's an external source or internal. Now, I don't know you. I didn't go around and meet you in the beginning, but we're going to do this as a quick introduction. I'd like you to turn to your partner and ask them, you know, who are you? What do you know about NLP? Basically, that's it. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming, if you're not familiar with it, but I think you are. And then I might selectively ask some of you to tell me what the partner said. So remember, ask their name, ask them what they know about NLP. That's all you have to do. Hi, what's your name? You can turn your head, say hello. Find your partner. Hi. Now, one thing that a lot of people may not be aware of, it's not just language. You have an aura. You're an energy being. Actually, humans emit a lot of energy, more than I think any other animal, if I understood right. So your aura it's transmitting an energy. It can be positive or negative. So that's why when you meet someone for this first time, you're wondering, I don't like this guy, or I like this guy. Okay. Is it the physiology or is it the energy? It might be the energy first. So you just have to know that it's not just your physical being or language, it's also energy. Now, we got to look at this one right here. Whatever we plant or someone else in your mind, the subconscious mind, and nourish and with repetition, repeat, and emotion, it will become reality one day. Okay. Think about that. I mean, it's not like you're doing that every day purposely, are you? No, not at all. You watch TV? You go to the movies? Now, just briefly speaking, there are different ways to learn. There's the shock and awe method. It means like, that being said, criminal activity or governments in many cases cause problems and blow things up to cause a trauma. Now the trauma is forgotten. It goes into the subconscious mind. But you learned. It's in your subconscious mind. You live with that for the rest of your life. Therefore, your behavior will always be affected by that trauma. Or it can be trauma in the family. It doesn't matter. There's the habitual learning. I have to go to school. Mom making me go to school every day. You know, repetition. So you'll learn by repetition. Not that you want to do it, but it's repetition. Third one is predictive programming. Everyone loves movies, or most people do. You love those movies that come out, these series. A lot of nice scientific movies or sci-fis. That's predictive programming. You're learning to accept a reality that doesn't exist yet. And of course, there's practical learning, which I think is you want to do something. You want to learn to drive. So you jump in the car and drive. You can't learn that by a book, can you? No. Throw the book away, man. Don't waste your money. All right. So the question is, what is language? How was it created? They always say that. I don't actually know the names of these people, but let's say Bob. Bob sat down and put the English language on paper. And I'm thinking, oh, what a nice man. He put it on paper and put it into a dictionary. Boy, he's very creative. I don't believe that story, to tell you the truth. You know, what created language? And how does it function? Now, I know the masters or PhDs of English say, I know how language works as a structure. You know, you have the grammar. It's blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. I agree. But they don't actually know what language is because they don't know the full, true etymology, all the phonetic, and all the other historic value of a word which was created long before they ever existed, or that is the education system. So I don't think a PhD of linguistics knows actually what language is, fully. No one can. It's not to insult anybody, but it's a fact. So my view is very simple. All language came from one precise code. It's a numerology. It's a number. Every letter, every word is based on a number, and that's precise and exact. Never changes. Hence what Simon said. A program. Code. Now, the question is, how do you relax from your busy day? How do you become creative? You know, what tools and methods do you use to become creative? Should you use drugs to become creative? They're selling drugs to make you more creative. I've seen it. Take this and you're more creative. You know, is there a difference between conscious thought and unconscious thought? I think there is. Now, our traditional systems are limiting us. They're putting us in boxes, basically. Mainstream media, peer review restrictions, everything is restricting our ability to think. Everything. We're compartmentalized. We're restricted by grants and other aspects. Half-truths. Patents which restrict our ability to create. So we're all getting restricted in many ways. And of course we have linguistic, culture, and status influences that restrict our freedom. Now, I just want you to think quickly. What are some descriptive words to describe someone? How do you describe someone in a positive way? They are adjectives, related adjectives. So just think about it for a minute. Have a chat with your partner. How do you describe someone in a positive way with adjectives? Something good. Remember, you are what you think. Turn to your partner. How do you describe someone? Okay, good. That's about 1 minute. Now remember, some words can be positive, some words can be negative. I mean, for example, I had some gentlemen say they're crazy. Now, crazy could mean positive, it could mean negative. It could be. I mean, that guy's a crazy guy. He's inspiring. He thinks out of the box. But in traditional terms, if you call someone crazy, they think you should be in a hospital. This guy should be in a straitjacket. All right. Wearing white. again, how do you describe someone? You can choose anything you want. Remember, what you speak is what you think. What you think is what you speak. That's the reality you're creating. You can make it good or bad. It's your choice. No one is good or bad. Nothing is good or bad. It's only what you want to think it is. Nothing is good or bad. The bad guy is good because he thinks he's doing good by doing bad. The good guy thinks he's good by doing good, which is not true by the bad guy, right? The bad guy thinks he's doing bad. So you have no right to say the bad guy is bad. Well, seriously, this is true. Okay, let's go on. Anyway, creative people, they take risks. They hate the rules. They hate being governed. Dream big, man. You think out of the box. Now remember, in society, if you think like this, a lot of people will hate you. Maybe they envy you or they're jealous. Oh well. It's your life. You do what you want. So let's go ahead and move on. Now, some of my favorite author, may he rest in peace, Philip Dick. I don't know how he got the name, but anyway, it doesn't matter. If you think this universe is bad, you should see some of the others. Now, I don't know how he got that. He was a very creative guy. You've seen a lot of his movies. If you think this universe is bad, think of the other ones. Maybe he's been there. You never know. You never know. We won't go to the other one because that's in the next show. Anyway, this man is intelligent in terms of his language skill. What are some tools and methods for being creative? Name some tools and methods that you use. What are they? Paintbrush. Okay, painting. Okay, it's creative. What else? Music. What else? Say again? Reading. Cooking. Okay. What about some tools that you could use like a pen or writing? Okay, mind map. Okay, mind mapping. Okay, mind mapping, for example. So let's go ahead and look at some different ideas. But first, remember, your reflection is a projection. Whatever's in your mind, you're reflecting theoretically to others. It's a projection. You're projecting your reflection, or vice versa. Right? Now, how do we get to a state where we can start from the beginning? You got to learn to breathe again. Maybe some of you do yoga. Maybe some of you meditate. But most people forget to breathe. The first day you're born, what does the doctor do? You go, whack! Oh! And you stop breathing. Theoretically. But as you get older, you forget to breathe. It's shallow. The oxygen leaves. Your body decays faster. You can't think as good. So, deep breathing. It's like this. So just try it. Let's try it out 5 times. Yeah? Okay, I'm tired. But, hold on. I can hear the air conditioner now. I can hear some snapping over there now. Click, click. I can hear them in the back. So what has happened is I've become attached to the now. So if you do this 30 times, 3 sets in about an hour or 45 minutes, this is the Wim Hof, if you know Wim Hof. If you do that method for about 45 minutes, you will be in the now. You will be in control of your thoughts, your body. We also have mindscape. We can create our mindscape. This is for your ability to think outside the box. And, we could do an exercise, but we don't have time for that type of thing. But generally speaking, you just create a mindscape in either past, present, or future, whatever you want to do. Now, here's another key. This is the linguistic key. For the language teachers or people that are in education, this is linguistics or language. Adjectives. Now, how do you program your brain? I am. I'm a doctor. I'm a policeman. Start acting. Yeah, I'm an actor. Who's the actor? Who wants to be acting? Right? The director says, okay, you're a nurse. I'm a nurse. Okay. Hello. I am. And who's the famous playwright, what's his face, from England? Shakespeare. There we go. Shakespeare. What is he telling you? The world's a stage. We're all actors on it. So anyway, let's look at adjectives. I am. Let's start off with the alphabet. This is an exercise. You can do this by exercising. You go running, if your leg is not hurt, that is. You can go running. You run for 30 minutes, and you go through the whole alphabet. I am. What's the first letter of the alphabet? A. What's a good adjective from the letter A? Amazing. Articulate. Awesome. Whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. And you go through the whole alphabet. B. I am beautiful. Whatever. Now, you might say, I'm not beautiful. But who says you're not? What is beauty? It's all in your own mind, isn't it? Who cares what other people think? So just selectively, I want you to choose an adjective. Everyone choose an adjective, whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. And I'm going to ask some of you to sing the song. I am. Yeah. I feel. Remember, this is the energy. You're creating energy in your mind. You become what you think. How do I know I am? You should try to base it on an experience. Bob said I was beautiful. Okay, well, there's evidence, right? Because I am beautiful. Okay, So think of an adjective, and I'm going to point at someone, and I'd like you to help me out. Simon, you want to try it out? Yes. Okay, let's try Simon. Give me an adjective. What's your adjective? Okay, how about the letter C? Confident.
Clever.
Okay, I am clever. Okay, I am clever. Okay, here you go. Now, remember, you get it like it's rhythm. I am clever. You're reading this or singing this to yourself. I am clever. Can you say that? I am clever. Can you say that?
I am clever. I am clever.
I feel clever. I feel clever. How do I know I'm clever? How do I know I'm clever? Give me an example. How do I know I'm clever? How do I know I'm clever?
I'm clever because I have a good imagination.
And I create things. He put on this show, right? Okay. And then you got to end it because I'm clever.
Because I'm clever.
Okay, so this is just repetition. It's exercise. It's fun. Program. Now, if you walk around going, I'm an idiot. I feel like an idiot. Bob told me I'm an idiot because I'm an idiot. You can do that too. I mean, it's your choice. Okay. Okay. Now, here's another tool for just finding out where you are, or where something is in the world. You can chunk it. Chunk. Mind maps, we know. Mind maps, we know, or some of you should know what mind maps are. Again, mind maps are very good tools. I've been using them for 30 years. And most of the time I don't even use a mind map anymore because I know how to work it in my mind. I've wired my brain. Now, mind maps are free. thinking. There's no restriction of grammar. Grammar is a restriction. Forget grammar. Again, you want to think out of the box. Personalize your own message. Now, quickly speaking, or just to ask you a basic question. Communication has been defined as body language and word for a human being. There have been many studies done on this. I'm just going to point at a couple of people and maybe give me your opinion. If you divide 100% between words and body, how do you divide that? Right here.
I heard, yeah. Actually, I heard like it's about 80% body language and 20% words.
No, say it the other way.
I'm sorry.
Man, come on!
That's what I heard. But actually, for me, I don't know.
What do you think?
The body language. I don't notice that in such a high stance. Maybe only 20% body language and 80%.
Good job. All right. Thank you. Now, of course, if you ask people that are not familiar with this with NLP or this psychology and so forth, they're probably going to say it's going to be 80% word or 70% word and the rest is body. But in fact, you cannot speak unless you move. Isn't that a fact? Isn't that a fact? You can't. You can't. So the more movement and the more body you have, therefore the more communication. So in fact, you can communicate without words and get your message through. You don't want to be a robot. You want to be human, I believe. Okay, I'm going to say something to you. I want you to think. I am aware that you like me and understand that what government says is important. Yes? Yes? What government says is important, right? We hear it all the time. They're telling us what to do. It's important for us, correct? Right? Right? I mean, they're telling us all the time what we're supposed to do. Now, I'd like you to think about the meanings of this. I'm aware that you, like me, and understand what government says is important, yes? This is language. This is speech. Now it's in written form. Do you understand what's written here? Completely? You tell me the messages inside that message. What is the message here?
Well, I guess it means that the government wants to show us what's important, and we share that importance.
Yeah, we share the view of the government. Okay, that's fine. Anybody else?
There are different meanings. I am aware that you think the government, you say that the government is important because they tell us what to do, and you're saying that I think the same thing, that government tells us what to do all the time. So it can be two meanings.
Of course, yeah.
And it can also mean that whatever the government tells us to do is important.
Okay. Sure, that's it. Or we go to jail. Or we go to jail. Okay, that's good. Let's, before we get to the answers, the possible answers of this, let's move a little bit further. Oh, well, actually, I'll do it now. Now, there are more definitions later, but I'm aware that you like me. Now, I'm not really telling you, I'm not forcing you to do this, but theoretically, your mind is taking in whatever I tell it. Consciously, subconsciously, it doesn't matter. Whatever I do, you're taking it. All right. Now, understand it has a different meaning here. It could mean many things, but you stand under me. You're under me. because you agree to it. Now, what is government? You agree to mind control. You agree. So therefore, you agree to what is stated is important because you said yes. Now, there are some other meanings within this, but it gives more detail. Now, people are saying things all the time. I have no clue what people are saying anymore because it's just so deep. So I just say, forget it. I don't want to. Now, anyway, let's go find out some more. Then we get other parts of communication. We get pronunciation. Like potato. It's very clearly said, yes? P-O-T-A-T-O. We have intonation. Potato? Do you want a potato? Potato? No? Or you want one? Then we have stress. The potato in the corner of the room is rotten. That one over there. Again, there are many other elements to what language is. It's not just grammar. Grammar is meaningless in a way. Oh! Now, anyway, you get the idea of the picture. Okay, the word understand, there's two words. Understand. So, understand. It's two words. So the picture will give you the idea. Stand under, understand, right? Do you understand me? You should say no. Nope, I don't understand. Don't agree with what I say. Just say, no, I don't understand. Tell me more. Don't agree if I say, do you understand? Say, oh, I don't know. Timbudon. You say in Chinese, timbudon. The meaning of government. Now, if you look at the etymology, what does government mean? Well, what does it mean to you? What is the meaning of government? What is the meaning of government? What is your opinion of government? Authority. Okay. What is the meaning of government? Management. Okay. Good. And what? Okay, there we go. Plan. That's right. Now, in Latin, if you do the etymology or the search of it, meant in Latin is mind. It's the mind, yes? Govern means control. So therefore, government means mind control. Plain and simple. Now, you might think differently, no, but that is the true core meaning of the word. You can disagree with it, but the fact of the matter is that's what it was created as. Yeah. As in parts. So I agree to third-party governing of myself. Now, we have phonetics. One, clause, clause, clause. No, no, hi, hi, lie, lie. Which one am I telling you? If I say clause, which one? You don't know. Funky phonetics, man. You never know. Then we have suggestion. Things are suggested all the time. Can you imagine? Yes, you can. Can you imagine a pink elephant dancing right now? Yeah, of course. You can if you want. Now, of course, this is a script. I shouldn't show you the script, but I'll just give you the idea. If I'm just talking to you, oh, well, one time I was at the park and it was dark and I was alone. And then a woman approached me. Oh, can you imagine that? I was so frightened and excited at the same time. And then we went home. Now, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Huh? Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, you dirty old man. No, she went that way and I went that way. I mean, that was the end of the story. But I just didn't tell you. But your mind's going to wander and wonder. This is linguistics. Then we have negation and your thought process. How much? Okay. Negation and thought process. Now, when you're forbidden to do something, you want to do it, I'm sorry to say. You can't stay up past 9 o'clock. Okay, Mom. Yeah. Sure, you're in bed at 9 o'clock. You can't smoke. Don't smoke. Don't drink and drive now. Okay. I always thought about that as I got into the car. Anyway, you can say things in the positive. Why is everything in the negative? Is it on purpose, or are people just stupid? Maybe it's both. You're programming yourself to be stupid. Speak in the positive. Now, the environment. Here's our environment. Can you control your environment? So anyway, let's think of an environment as like you're the script writer, director, actor, and audience. You have to think that the environment is you in the room with people. What are you trying to achieve? This is you, there's the other person you're looking at. So do you, Time? Say again? More or less, okay. So basically we'll kind of end on this, but I want you to think that the room or the place you're in is based on your perception with other people. And what you think and what you do within that room will affect the other person to either like you or not. So therefore, if you have something that's really important for you, you need to think out all the positions prior to doing it and the script. I want to see Bob sitting opposite me, seeing me, because I know Bob likes me because I like him. I want to see from this third position that we both like each other. I'm now going to another level. And finally, I want to go to the fourth position. I want to see all parts working in tandem together. So basically, this is all done through linguistics, language, behavior, and programming. So basically, I'll just end it on that. Our next PPT, which will be coming up a little bit later, will be related to technology and, of course, linguistics. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, we can chat in the networking part. Thank you.